Hello folks, this is Hidden Numismatist back at you again with another video on my channel that I want to talk to you about some beautiful silver medals produced by the KOMSCO Mint, right? And as you can see here, I have my box that will have my South Korea in it. And the South Korean Mint, the KOMSCO Mint, has done many awesome, beautiful series, and some of these are still ongoing. Maybe you've heard of the Chiwoo Cheon Wang series that's still ongoing by the KOMSCO Mint. The Z-Zin series is another series by the KOMSCO Mint. And this is a really cool one. It's the Korean Goddess, which started in 2023. They were going to do a series of maybe 10, maybe 12. But for some reason, I can't find the 2024 or 2025. And so that's a bit frustrating. But the series that I want to talk about today is the Siberian Tiger, the Korean Tiger series. And it's a series of 7 silver medals. Actually, they are medals. They're not coins. Yeah, in a very generic sense, we can call them rounds. But the South Korean Mint, the Korea Minting and Security Printing Corporation, KOMSCO Mint, refers to these as silver medals. And this series completed not too long ago, so I wanted to bring these to you and discuss them with you and show them off to you, and you let me know what you think. Let's get started, my numismatic brothers and sisters, on this beautiful, glorious November the 1st. The first Saturday of the new month in November. Korea Minting and Security Printing Corporation, known as KOMSCO, is a government-owned corporation which is responsible to print and mint the banknotes and coins and other government documents. They also produce all South Korean checks, stamps, and passports. Its headquarters are located in Daejeon, South Korea. And you'll have to forgive me if I mispronounce, which I'm sure I am, these awesome Asian names. And I wish I could pronounce them correctly, because these are beautiful coins, and I'm sure the people of South Korea is just as beautiful. So what we want to do is, the reverse is a common reverse on all of them. This is the common reverse. And what it is it's an artistic rendition of the Korean peninsula. And the rendition uses the letters of the Korean alphabet to fill in the form and shape. And this is the shape of South Korea, as they say. And that is really cool. And then you have the anti-counterfeit marks there. And this is the first one in the series that came out in 2018. There are all 1 ounce, 99% silver. And this is the first release that came out in 2018 with a mintage of 30,000. And this is representing a Siberian tiger walking amidst foliage. And I see this as a proof, but they have advertised it as a BU. But I think this is a proof. And in the series, this is the only one that is, in my opinion, obviously a proof, but they don't designate it that way for some reason. They just say 1 ounce silver medal from the KOMSCO Mint for the Korean Tiger. So that's the first one. The second one is a tiger with its massive claws ripping through the visual field. I'm going to move these over here so that I don't reach over constantly during the video. And this is where I like this one a little bit more than this one. I love how that tiger is showing ripping through to get out or escape or what have you. And this is from 2019. This is the second issue. Mintage of 20,000. And I don't know if I mentioned, but this series is done. There are no more Korean Tigers issued. This is an officially closed series. from the KOMSCO Mint. And this is my way of stacking silver, you know. I paid way below the going melt of, what, $50, which is mind-boggling for these. So I could easily make a good return on investment if when I wanted to sell these. The third one in this beautiful series depicts a large lion cub leaning over the roof of the main gate of the Gyeongbokgung Palace. Again, I'm sorry. I know I'm mispronouncing this. And the Namsan Seoul Tower stands tall at the right, and there's a silhouette of a tiger footprint. That is gorgeous. I love that. Miniature, what, $33,000 for this issue? And the Gyeongbokgung Palace was the main royal palace of the Daejeon dynasty. It was built in 1395 and is located in northern Seoul, South Korea. The largest of the 5 grand palaces built by the Joseon dynasty, Gyeongbokgung served as the home of the kings of the Joseon dynasty, the king's households, as well as the government. In the early 20th century, much of the palace was systematically destroyed by Imperial Japan. Since then, the walled palace complex is gradually being restored to its original form. Today, the palace is arguably regarded as being the most beautiful and grandest of all 5 palaces. It also houses the National Palace Museum and the National Folk Museum within the premises of the complex. How cool is that? I won't bore you, my numismatic. I mean, not bore you, but I won't take up all your time. You're welcome to get all this, and I'll try to fit this in the description box for this video. I don't know if YouTube will allow me to put all of this beautiful information, but I will do my best. Let's get to the fourth one. The fourth one in this series depicts a tiger cub in Gyeongbokgung alongside bamboo stalks with the Ojong house in the background. And again, that's just $20,000 on this one from 2021. I like the little paw print, you know, the little nuances, the little details, and how sharp and crisp these beautiful metals are. They are gorgeous. I mean, this is what I call in numismatics as delicious. This is truly delicious. And then this, like I said, this is the common obverse that's common to all of them. And it had changed a little bit from the first one that I showed. But as the series progresses, in my opinion, they get cooler and cooler, right? And they're just, like I said, I mean, I can't say it enough. I love them. I'm so glad that I kept up with this series because I love Asian culture, their folklore, their beliefs. It's just awesome. And person that visit Hong Kong, Japan, and China, you know, you get to love these. This is from 2022, and I believe that this one is the 5th one. And this shows a tiger cub in the Sorghum Mountains with his paws up on a rock as it looks to the left. There are mountain peaks and a cable car heading towards the summit in the background. Look at that cable car. That is, man, this is, you know, each one is uniquely beautiful in its own way, you know? Thank you, KOMSCO Mint. I love you. You're doing great stuff for us collectors. And which one number is this? The 5th one, so I can read it to you. In Korean culture, a storyteller will often begin a tale with when tigers used to smoke, which is their equivalent of once upon a time. Tigers are important not just in the cultural fabric of Korea, but also to its mythology. Tigers play a crucial role in the myth of Daejeon, which recounts the origin of Korea's first kingdom, Joseon. See, I wish I could pronounce them. This one's really tight. I flipped out. And when I saw this, I think, many of these also, I forgot to tell you the source. You can either get them from Bold Precious Metals, from amidst. I believe J.M. Bullion also covered them. But when I saw this on J.M. Bullion's or amidst's website, advertising this in 2023, and I saw this hand coming out of the water, I'm like, what is that? If that's not cool, I don't know what is. Now, a person right off the bat would say, is that a person that's drowning? And he's saying, help me. I'm drowning. I don't know how to swim. No, that's not, That's wrong. And that's what I thought it was. And I'm not insulting the Korean people by making fun of them. But that's the first instinct. I mean, psychologically, that's where my mind went. I'm like, that person is drowning. He needs help. I'm going to explain it to you in a minute. And this is the 6th issue from 2023. Check this out. This is a tiger cub on the right with the Hand of Harmony sculpture. And there's a lighthouse in the background. Gyeongbokgung is the coastal area in South Korea where the sculpture is located. That's a sculpture. You look at that beautiful lighthouse. Now look, check this out. The Hands of Harmony, this sculpture here, my friends, were made by Professor Seoul Kim from the Gyeongbokgung University. The hands were made in commemoration of the new millennium and erected in December of 1999. It is a two-handed sculpture. The right hand is 8.5 meters high and is situated in the sea, and the other is 5.5 meters high and is situated on the Sunset Plaza. The design goes hand in hand, as Gyeongbokgung means tiger's tail cape. The shape of the Korean peninsula is often compared to a tiger, and since Gyeongbokgung is located on a cape, it represents the tail of the tiger. The Gyeongbokgung Lighthouse is the tallest in South Korea and is also the home to the Hand of Coexistence, a two-handed sculpture with one hand emerging from the water and the other being located at the Sunrise Plaza. That's gorgeous. That is cool. Love that. And they also, if I understand correctly, the Tiger series, just like the other series, they did them in gold. Like this is the Chiwo Cheon Wang series. This is a 1/10. So what I'm trying to say is the design on either the gold or the silver, I believe they did them in 1 ounce gold as well. The Tigers and the other series, but they did them in 1/10 ounce, I think in 1/4 ounce, 1 ounce gold, and then they did them in 1 ounce silver medals. I wish I had these in the gold format, at least the 1/10, but unfortunately my pocketbook can only allow me to purchase these, and I'm very blessed to have what I could have. And the last one is the 7th one, and unfortunately, this is the one that closed out the series in 2024. This was the last one in the Korean Tiger series from the KOMSCO Mint, and it's a minute of 30,000. Let me describe it to you. This one shows a ferocious South Korean tiger, known locally as horang, in the jungle, leaping towards its prey. And the Halasan National Park is in the background. Halasan refers generally to a national park located on Jeju Island. However, it is also the name of a specific shield volcano located on the island that the national park surrounds. Halasan marks the highest geographic point in the country and reaches a summit of 6,388 feet. One of the famous views of the park is found in the form of the lake that sits within the shield volcano. I wish they would have continued the series, you know, because this is how I invest in precious metals, you know. I'm mostly a numismatist at heart, but hey, and the typical coin shop or dealer will see these as 1 ounce rounds and throw them in their silver round bin. But a dedicated numismatist like me that loves the hobby, I can't insult the KOMSCO mint and just say these are 1 ounce silver rounds, right? These are gorgeous, man, and they need to be considered at least semi-numismatic, you know. I just, God bless you, KOMSCO mint. So let's quickly, and among all of them, I love all of them, but this is probably my least favorite. Well, maybe this one and then this one, but then after that, starting with the third, I mean, that reverse proof, you know, where they flip it around. You got the proof maybe with the reverse proof type, even though they're not calling these unks or proofs. That's gorgeous. They're all gorgeous. The Hands of Harmony one really trips me out. I love that. That's sweet. They're all gorgeous. So I wanted to bring another series to you. We've talked about different series on my channel here, and I wanted to bring these to you because I know that this is a series, like I said, that is done, unfortunately, by the KOMSCO mint, and run these all by you and see if any of you are also familiar with this series. And I encourage you to do these. Not only are you investing in silver, you know, the precious metal, those of you that are stackers, you know, consider these because they're gorgeous, man. And add these to your stack, as you call them, you know, stackers. They say, what's in your stack? I love that expression. I'm showing off my stack. That sounds cool. Anyway, so I hope you all enjoy this. Leave me your thoughts, comments, suggestions below. Let me know what you think about this series, if it's a go with you or if it's not a go. And hope that all of you are doing well. Be sure to take care of each other. Be kind to each other. And most importantly, may God bless you all. Bye-bye.